Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all three of you. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
The New York Jets.
No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world? Why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men, men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
Welcome to the Life Liberty Show. Today, we are going to cover the Trump assassination attempt, or so-called Trump assassination attempt. If we are to look at the photo that everybody is saying is the scene where he was sitting, where the assailant was sitting, then we can take some context clues. Okay, let's go ahead and look at that. So what we've got here is what's going on here, buddy? anyway, what we've got here is, if you look at it, zoom that in a little bit. Let's bring that back up, buddy. All right. So, when you look at this, right, this is where he was supposedly sitting and waiting. We have a GoPro. You have 2 satchels. And you have a rifle laid against the fence. This, if you're getting shot at by Secret Service, you're not going to lean your rifle against the fence. You're going to just drop and run. You're not going to take the 3 seconds that it takes to drop or to lean against the fence, because you're just in fear. You're going to run. Now you've got the 2 bags that looks like they were put up pretty hastily, right? You've got the string going across there, holding them in place, which gives you a pretty good crow's nest. And to me, it appears to be staged. This looks like the Secret Service or somebody, right? Secret Service may have seen that barrel sticking out, and then they come across this. And then they get, somebody had put it there, either the Secret Service or, there we go, either the Secret Service or somebody prior to the Secret Service, right? And the image, you can see there just below it to the left, it appears to be some casings. I can't get that any bigger. What is that? Yeah, it looks like it's just a couple casings, maybe some projectiles. It just does. It looks too good, too correct for what they're saying it is. I don't know for sure. I'm only looking at the image. Only the image. The ceramic plates, if anybody's ever made plates that were resistant, right? Then you would know that it's not just ceramic tiles that you can stick in a bag. That wouldn't have protected anybody. You actually have to laminate it with multiple things, and it's multiple layers for it to actually be effective. Does it look good? Yes, it looks great. I just personally believe it looks staged. Now, let's get back to it. At the end of the day, we're only going to get the information that they give us. That's it. We will receive no more information. Okay? So you have to look at the information that they give you and be completely critical of it. And that is what I'm trying to do, is be critical. And if you're going to sit there like that, you have to have, let's see, a lot of people seem to think that the Trump camp staged the whole thing. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with it, is, so he was irrelevant, right? So they're saying that Kamala won the debate, which I agree. I think Kamala won the debate because she was able to formulate a sentence, and Trump was just, all of his responses were one, either campaign, right? Like he was out campaigning on the trail, or they were in anger. So he never really put an argument out there that would let us know why he's a better candidate. I think that he's been stuck in a defensive mode for so long that that's all he knows how to do. And if she was wearing some Bluetooth earrings, that would explain it. And then one of the moderators, it's come out that she was in her sorority, right? They went to school together. And then you've got the fact that the chairman of ABC actually put Camel Toe Harris and her husband together, that introduced them. So there's too many ties. So she most likely got the questions. She was able to rehearse and practice and determine what her answers are going to be. They work on what the rebuttals are going to be for how he comes at her because of what is said. That's just how it goes, right? It's she was able to prepare for it while he was out campaigning. She was preparing for it. And it's just one of those things that when you have preparation, right? Because if you think about it, I do preparation for my show. You have to prepare. And I don't think he prepared. So she won. She sounded better. And as we're talking to staunch MAGA, they are concerned because they're thinking that she won. And at the end of the day, Kamala prepared for the debate. Trump prepared for a rally. And he's used this whole thing as a rally. So anyway, I want to talk about one of our sponsors. Our sponsor is warhorseordnance.com. Get all of your tactical needs from warhorseordnance.com. They are a veteran-owned company, American company. Their tactical products are not Chinese cheap shit like 511. Their products are made from American-sourced material, American-sourced thread, all the way down to their sewing machine. They're also selling medical gear. Get your IFAKs from warhorseordnance.com. Now, I've thought about this, and I've made the statement before that Trump, he was elected, and whenever he campaigned for his first election, he made promises. When he got in office, he had to uphold some of those promises, right? He had to, because he was trying to get reelected. Now, once you get reelected, you've got your last 4 years. You do not have to stand on everything that you promised because you're not trying to get reelected. And I've actually had this thought before, right? Like, why is he going to say that he's going to do this? Because it's the art of the deal. The art of the deal says, tell them what they want to hear, get the job, and then do it the way you want. That's the art of the deal. So he's doing the exact same thing. He is telling everybody what they want to hear, get in office, and do whatever you want. And now that we don't even really know if he's going to get in office because the damn Democrats will probably steal it again. And I'm also a proponent that both sides cheat. So now it's who's going to cheat better. And that may be what their fear is they think that he's going to cheat better than they are. Um, and let's think about it, guys. If he does get elected, all he's going to do is reverse everything that Biden did for the last 4 years. That's what's going to happen. Which is just going to go right back to what his executive orders were whenever he was in office. And it's just a struggle, right? We're just a left-right struggle. We don't have anything going on. We have no control. But the thought I've had is the only reason that he would do what he says he's going to do whenever he's in office this last 4 years, because he can't get reelected. But if he does what he says he's going to do, then when he's on his way out, he can choose somebody to promote, because the Trump train is just, it's massive right now. So when he endorses somebody for president and he campaigns with them, they're supposed to be the same. So if he doesn't do what he says he's going to do, then his endorsement would mean shit. But think about it. If he adds, or if he promotes or endorses one of his sons, well, now the Trump legacy is going to continue to be in office. So they have to do, will he even be able to reverse all of the damage done by the Biden administration's terrible policy? Will it make a difference at all, or are we at a point of no return? I think that we are definitely at a point of no return. Reversing the policies are only going to do so much, right? It only makes us feel good. If he was to open the pipeline back up, well, our oil reserves are already gone. So now we have to build up our oil reserves. So the oil or the fuel prices aren't going to change that much. They're just not. And we'll never see under $2.50 a gallon. We'll never see that again. And there's multiple things that come onto that. We've raised the cost of living, so then we raise the minimum wage, and people are not going to want to make less so that fuel prices are lower. They're just not going to want to do it. The manufacturing and cost per barrel is at $47 a barrel the last time I checked. And China is doing it for $15 a barrel. But the people that are making six figures a year to put that cost where it's at aren't going to want to take less money so that the fuel prices come down. They're just not going to want to do it. I'm sorry. They're not. Now, at the end of the day, his policies aren't going to change that much. They're not going to change my everyday life that much. So, all right, and instead of me spending, one person spending $300 a month on groceries, it's going to go to $250 in groceries, right? That's what's going to happen. Yes, so Trump was a Democrat for many years prior to. He donated to Democrats. He even admitted that he donated to Democrats. He admitted that all of Hillary Clinton's donors were his friends that he donated to. And we all missed it, right? Nobody paid attention to that. He is a rhino, Republican in name only. He even said it on the Oprah show. Whenever he came on the Oprah show, She asked if he was going to run for president, and he said no. But if I did run for president, I would run to win. And the way that I would win is I would run as a Republican. I would run as a Republican. Because if he runs as a Republican, he can convince them to vote for him. That was what he said. I may be paraphrasing, but that's what he said. So, if we do not, not if we do not, there is nothing we can do. There's absolutely nothing we can do because the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are two wings of the same fucking bird, and they keep shitting on us. And we will never see an end to it. Never see an end to it. So what is important is for us to take care of ourselves. Self-sustainability. Stop worrying about going to the grocery store because it won't matter if a dozen eggs is $8 or $4 because you're going out to your chicken coop and you're getting 18 eggs for free. So it doesn't matter. Stop relying on somebody else to do the work for you. Get out there and do it yourself. And you wonder, how can I do that? How do I do for myself? It sounds simple, what I'm going to say. Buy a piece of land, start a garden, and grow your own fucking food. Land is cheap. It's only expensive in metropolitan areas. And that is because of infrastructure. It costs money to build roads. It costs money to build sewer lines. It costs money to put water on that property. It costs money to put electric on that property. So they are going to raise the price of the land because of those things. And you've got more people in an area, supply and demand. If there is a low supply and a high demand, it raises the value. So if you want to get land, get it somewhere that it is not a metropolitan area. Now, if we have a bunch of people from this going out and trying to buy land, then guess what? Supply and demand. The value is going to raise because the supply will start to diminish and the demand will go up. So you got to strike while it's hot. 4 to 5 acres for a family of 5 or 4, you can sustain yourself indefinitely. Is it hard work? Yes. Is the freedom worth it? Yes. Just get out there and do it. And if you enjoy what you hear today, go ahead and go to the link in our bio. Check out our merch. We have men's t-shirts, men's hoodies. We're working on our females line. We're also working on a children's line, right? Dead pedophiles don't reoffend. Live, laugh, toaster, bath. We are working on getting all kinds of stuff together. We have mugs or a mug. If you view all, let's see here. Scroll down. Curing Pedophiles, Feet First. That is one of my favorite shirts. Because a dead pedophile won't reoffend. Just check it out, guys. We have quite a bit of merch in there, and we are constantly adding more. So continuously come back and check it out. Anyway. And you know, we to kind of circle back to everything, I believe that Trump or the Trump campaign, Trump himself may not have, the campaign may have staged the assassination attempt. And I only say this because when I first heard about it and when it was first reported, there were shots fired near Trump, and it was 2 people in a gunfight that were unrelated. Okay? So somebody just trying to get the news out there. Now, Kamala won the debate. Trump needed something so that if he does have another debate, because I've heard conflicting, I have read conflicting. He says he's not doing it, and then he also has said, that he is going to do it. And to be completely honest, the best strategy is to make, because what worked? The assassination attempt on Trump's life at the rally made him relevant, and it raised his support. So now a second assassination attempt is going to be beneficial if he goes to a second debate, because he can bitch and moan about that and everybody will jump on board. That is right. To be completely honest, you're not important. Nobody cares. Buy American, grow your own food, and fuck the ATF.
Drag them in, and they'll follow you until the day you die. I tell myself I've dealt this before. It's hard to get a handle on you walking out the door. So just take another message to the people who know more. The talk is growing.